This video is a Soul Knight x Soul Knight Prequel collab. In this video, I will try to find all existing Soul Knight weapons in the Soul Knight Prequel world. This is a video that I already planned since Season 0 of Soul Knight Prequel. And I did it this season because of 3 things. One is because of the Dectoplasm update, which makes crafting legendary weapons easier because of the removal of specific card requirements. 2 is because of the daily invitation, which will make grinding a specific boss for its drops much easier. And 3 is because I feel that my luck is now at an all-time high. So let's start by transforming the back of our house into the classic lobby that we all know and love. So after buying a couch for Knight and Paladin, and after a failed attempt of buying a TV for Rogue, our lobby will now look like this. And let us hope that the devs will release the other heroes as NPC as soon as possible. Now, let's focus on digging a tunnel that will act as our cellar for weapons. Then let us temporarily place there the weapons that I already collected during earlier seasons.
2,000 years later.
So hi, I'm Crimson Death Gaming from the future, and at this point, I successfully retrieved all the Soul Knight artifacts that originally belonged to our Soul Knight world, with only 3 exceptions that I will put at this empty shelf. And now, I will walk you through my journey of collecting these artifacts. First on our list is the OG Bad Pistol, and the only way to obtain it is by copying a code from Soul Knight and redeeming it in the code bar. It attacks like the classic Bad Pistol, but just like Knight's third skill, it can inflict multiple elemental effects, and when we use its enhanced attack, it will look like the Knight's first skill, giving us an attack speed boost. It also has a no arm feature to give the user a complete Soul Knight experience. Next is Rogue's starter weapon. Soul Knight heroes' starter weapons are craftable through hero cards, and you can only get hero cards by doing missions given by the heroes during a specific day of the week. And in here, I have a bit of hard time crafting it, because the rogue cards that I have in my storage is from the last season, causing the craftsman to not recognize it. But I just waited for Rogue's mission day to successfully craft it. Its difference from the original weapon is it doesn't have a throw attack, but its charge attack looks like Rogue's second skill, Iaido. Next is Wizard's weapon, which is also craftable via hero cards. It releases lightning balls, and when we use charge attack, it will do Wizard's first skill, Lightning Strike. Now, let's have Elf's Bow. You can also craft it using hero cards. Its normal attack releases light arrows, unlike the normal arrows from Soul Knight. This bow also doesn't have a string, and its charge attack releases multiple arrows. Moving on, we have Werewolf's starter weapon. But you might say that Werewolf's original weapon doesn't look like this, and Werewolf's weapon on this game is a club. But since I already miss my bro Tiger Soul and it's look like his claws, I'll include it in the list. Its attack mode justifies this action. It attacks just like the werewolf in Soul Knight, and its charge attack is a cool slash and dash. Next is the Staff of the Priest. It is craftable by hero cards. Its normal attack is super low accuracy light orbs, but when we use its charge attack, it will imitate Priest's first skill, which give us multiple buffs. Next weapon is the perfect adaptation of Berserker's starter weapon. It can also be crafted using hero cards. It is an exact look-alike, a perfect copy. Its attacks are completely the same, and its charge attack is also Berserker's first skill. Now, let's have Airbender's starter weapon. This weapon is a bit different because what you need to craft it is a boss card. You can get the card from the Dark Airbender boss. Its attacks doesn't have the Qigong effect every 3 strikes. Its charge attack is Airbender's first skill. And most importantly, it can also trigger the Kamehameha attack. And ending the starter weapon section, we have the inspiration for Warlige's starter weapon. You can see the resemblance here. This weapon randomly drops from the Tower of Aeonia. Its normal attack is a small slash, while the charge attack triggers a larger slash. Now, let's move on to the bows section. These bows might have a different rarity and a bit different name from their original version, but if you're a Soul Knight veteran, you can easily know them by name because of their appearance. These 3 bows randomly spawns everywhere, and they all have the same normal attack. The bow and the hunter bow have the same charge attack, while the strong bow have a thick arrow for its charge attack. For the next set of bow, I included the slingshot, since there is also a slingshot in the Soul Knight. You can find this weapon upon killing this specific mob. This slingshot throws a darker and bigger rock, and its charge attack make you crit. Next is, I included this bow, because it has a very striking resemblance to the war bow of Royal Guard. It has the same attack as the other bows, and its charge attack brings a forceful wind, but it doesn't have the melee attack mode of the war bow. Next one is this flintock, one of the newly imported weapon in Soul Knight. It can be dropped by this mob in Mirkwood, and for mob drop equipments, always check the reclaimer after you finish a specific map. All features are the same. The only difference is it's more fun to use in Prequel because it hits you at a farther distance. Next in the bows is another weapon that Soul Knight imported through the crossover event. This is a random drop. It attacks like the other bows, and its charge attack is also a wind burst. This next bow is a life stealer. It is so rare that it will steal a considerable length of your life away from you. Other YouTuber like Itnoy Gaming even spent more than 2 months just to get this one. But luckily, for me, I just accidentally get it while farming for a weird set in Season 0. Another thing that makes it harder to get is that the boss that drops this weapon is only available at night, from 6 PM to 6 AM. All of its feature is same as its Soul Knight version. It's not that special. And the only psychos that will grind for it are die-hard Soul Knight fans. And for our last bow is we got the Ape Bow. You can easily get it by crafting using a boss card. Its normal attacks can inflict freeze effect, while its charge attack, instead of ice coming from the ground, the ice comes from the above. And I think let's just stop here for now. I'll just make a part 2 when I find a time, because it's already our finals week in school. And as always, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and share for part 2.